For more than a decade, researchers have noticed a rise in what's come to be called deaths of despair. That includes deaths from suicides, overdoses, and substance use disorders. ABC's Morgan Norwood traveled to the Heartland, where many of the demographic most affected by the troubling trend are living right now.
The quaint downtown, the tree-capped Ozark Mountains, Clinton, Arkansas is home for journalist Monica Potts. But growing up, she says it didn't always feel that way.
There was nothing to do. There was no place to hang out. This park that we're sitting in wasn't here. So, I really wanted to be part of a bigger community.
That longing for a bigger community was a battle cry. Lurking beneath the picturesque landscape of her hometown in the Heartland lies a grim reality for many who grew up there. Multiple studies found that over the past decade, the life expectancy of the least educated and impoverished white men and women is declining. In fact, a recent 2015 study from Princeton University found that drop was due to a trio of ailments the CDC calls deaths of despair: suicide, overdoses, and alcoholism.
They call them deaths of despair because they're the kinds of deaths that happen when populations are really under stress, economic stress, emotional stress.
Monica's journalistic instinct sent her searching for some of the people behind the stats and didn't have to look any further than her hometown. Her book, Forgotten Girls, is based on Monica's childhood journals and her relationship with her childhood best friend, Darcy.
When I was about 14, that's when I started really escaping with alcohol and drugs.
Darcy was always an A student, but her success in school concealed her inner struggles.
That was also a time when my parents were getting divorced. It just seemed like all the adults in my life were busy doing other things.
While Darcy sank deeper into addiction, Monica went on to college.
What made your story so different? How is it that you were able to move away?
I think that my mom really wanted us to leave. She didn't like life in Clinton, so she really pushed us to leave for college.
And though Monica moved away for more opportunity, she returned to Clinton to write her book, shining a light on the systemic failures suppressing the success of young women.
If you could name the top 3 things working against women in rural America, what would they be?
It's lack of resources, a prevailing culture, and probably a lack of examples. There's just not a lot of people who go away and come back.
And Darcy hopes to be an example too, one of resilience and strength. The mom of 2 is celebrating her sobriety and the continuation of her friendship with Monica.
Reading the book really helped me to understand kind of why and how I ended up where I was and where I'm at.
We're a community and we owe each other something. And we all have to figure out what that is.
Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Clinton, Arkansas.
And there is always help available if you are feeling like you need some. You can always call 988 if you are in a crisis. That help is available 24/7.